having to go to the doctors. At my age, it is never a pleasant experience. Recently, I had to go to my gynecologist. Of course, there is the usual. You have to get up on a table covered in butcher paper. Then you have to put your feet in stirrups. I've been in more stirrups than bloody John wine. Then the nurse comes in, and you know what she says? Scoot, scoot, till you bent like a pretzel. Can you believe it? My gyno has frog puppets on his stirrups. I don't know why, but they are big green frogs with big bulging eyes staring straight at my lily pad. Then you have to lay there waiting while the doctor gets his instruments out of the refrigerator. Finally he rolls over on his stool. I'm sure he has on a miner's helmet and what looks like a peaked-looking canary. Then he wants to have a chat. I just hate going as I have to shave my legs. The last time I shaved my legs, I lost 2 kilos. It had really gotten bad. It was shaved, frayed, or moved to Italy. Back to my exam. It seems to me something is always needing to be replaced, repaired, or rotated. It's a horrible exam. I'm empty. There's nothing there. What is he looking for? I've had everything removed. Is he looking for bits of old jewellery? Old boyfriends? When he chats, I can't understand him because of the echo. I finally figured out what he was saying. How old are you, Mrs. Butters? I said, oh, I'm in my late 50s. I'm 71. He says, what? I tell you, it's a real effort to keep my composure. For the whole time I'm thinking, oh God, I hope I don't break wind in his face. Well, he chose the job. Well, let's forget about that and get on with the show. All the way from Randwick Golf Club Dance Academy, our tappers from the Greens with Lullaby on Broadway. Hit it, girl. You've had your fun. Come on, it's time to move out of here. Okay, let anybody into this curfew. I have a driver's license and my own car. I have an ID that gets me into bars and the bottle shop. People I hang around with are not scared of getting pregnant. And I don't have acne. Life is great. I even have more friends now. Shame is, can't always remember their names. Our next presentation is set at the Senior Six Meat Raffle. We've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there. So please welcome Kathy.
You can't compare them. They're the most vicious, ruthless, dangerous, confrontational group known to man. A senior citizens meat raffle. It was the monthly highlight in the town of Woollybuck. All the oldies would gather round to try their luck. They would all put on their good gear after a tub for the senior citizens meat raffle at the local bowling club. Now selling tickets on the door would be Jennifer McCall, while Fred Wilson had his ticket table halfway down the hall. When all the tickets had been sold, They would draw them one by one, and the winners would shoot out of their seat like a shot out of a gun. The first one out might score themselves a great big leg of lamb, whilst the last one to the table might just get some cold sliced ham. But it all worked like clockwork and wasn't complicated until that fateful night. The ticket sellers' books were duplicated. Now, Jenny on the door was selling tickets, Diamonds Red. And Diamonds Red were also sold on the table run by Fred. So when the tickets had all been sold for the long-awaited game, for every ticket held, there was another just the same. First one out was Diamond Red, number 23. And Agnes Wilson gave a little squeal and said, "It's me!" But as she headed out to take the coveted first pick, Bessie Ward said, "Bullshit," and grabbed her walking stick. "I've got number 23 and it's Diamonds Red. You must have read it wrong, you stupid cow," she said. She headed to the table like a V8 battering ram, and 4 hands fastened grimly around the biggest leg of lamb. The language, it was shocking in this dreadful tug-of-war, as Agnes and Bessie rolled around and scratched and fought upon the floor. The President was horrified and didn't know what to do. He drew the next number, Diamonds Red, 42. Well, Percy Jones yelled out, "You beaut," and headed for the table. But he was quickly overtaken by his next-door neighbour, Mabel. She was heading for the tray of steak that he was heading for, till Bessie Ward's walking stick brought her crashing to the floor. Well, the President, totally panicked in the face of all this action, he had to come up with a plan to cause a small distraction. He pulled out the next number, Diamonds Red, 84. 2 more senior citizens joined the brawl out on the floor. Diamonds Red, 63, squeaked the President in a panic. Dawn Brown grabbed her walking frame with a look that was satanic. Jono picked his ticket up and headed for the meet, but that walking frame could really move and it was a deadbeat. Dawn called out, "It's mine," and waved her ticket in his face. "People like you should be put down. It's really a disgrace." Jono said, "You're stupid. You're wrong or stupid, and I really don't care which. Just get your fingers off my pickled pork, you stupid woman." And then the meat table tipped over in the middle of the fight, and there were chops and steak and senior six. It was not a pretty sight. The oldies looked at all that meat. You couldn't hold them back. Like crows onto a roadkill, they swooped to the attack. Frida on her electric scooter really came alive. She headed for the fight and put it into 4-wheel drive. She drove over half a dozen, tossed her meat into the rack, and burned rubber out the door and never once looked back. Percy Jones was on the floor and looking pretty crook, as Agnes Wilson flogged him with a size 12 frozen chook. Jono's face was bleeding from a flying middle glass, and Bessie Ward's walking stick was sticking up his nostril. The floor was strewn with unrolled roasts and tufts of torn out hair, and blood and teeth and sausage mince was flying everywhere. Some mongrel dogs were passing by and looking for a thrill. They smelt the meat, saw the fight, and moved in for the kill. Those oldies were no wimps. They put up quite a fight, whilst those mongrels chewed at bums and snags and everything in sight. The President said, "Well, bugger me." He regained his calm repose. he headed for the exit door and got the fire hose. Now the oldies all recovered from events that fateful night, and the bowling club put up a sign in memory of the fight. But to avoid embarrassment to oldies in the crowd, it doesn't mention names. It simply says, "No dogs allowed."
Well, if you've been to those raffles, you can picture it, can't you? Actually, at the last seniors meet raffle I went to, I met Ruth. She recently got married, and I just like to relate her sad story. I got married last Friday. My man was right there beside me. Our friends had all gone. We were alone, side by side. We were happily wed when he got ready for bed. Then his teeth and his hair he placed on a chair, side by side. One glass eye so tiny, one hearing aid so small. Then he took one leg off and placed it on the chair by the wall. I stood there, broken hearted. Most of my men had departed. I slept on the chair. There was more of him there. Side by side. And now, from the local nursing home, please welcome not your usual exercise class. Well, they are all. Who was an ex-pole dancer, that use a crutch for this purpose. I can tell you that every time I say the word exercise, I have to wash my mouth out with red wine and chocolate. Well, we now have a song for many of us that we will relate to, and that is Not Bloody Golf Again.
Who likes his drop of fun? And every time I play most sports I'd say I've had me run. So when me working hours are through, the place I love to be is out there on the golf course, standing on the tee. You'd say it must be paradise to be without a care, just strolling down the fairway in the beautiful fresh air. But sadly there's a handicap designed to change my ways. It's called an angry housewife who oh so sweetly says,
where do you think you're going to, you sneaky little rat? Let's be your mates and have some fun. I'll put a stop to that. Don't tell me it's just practice, because that's a load of crap. Just get out there and run those balls and fix that broken tap. Take the kids up to the park and give the dogs a run. Sweep the leaves and clean the pool, and when you get that done, go wash and vacuum both the cars and fix that blocked up drain.
that's my wife's favourite lyric.
Not bloody golf again.
Not bloody golf again. You're driving me insane. Well, it's time to walk again.
Not bloody golf again.
You use it now in the golf ball.
Next time I'll use a two-iron.
No matter how you stake your case, you never can explain the joy of hitting little balls while walking in the rain, or chipping from a bunker and getting down in fires, or walking through a blinding gale and underneath the stars. So I keep making promises to keep the hounds at bay, and try to do the things he asks so I can get away. I even take her shopping and buy her pretty things, but the moment that I touch those clubs, the same old chorus rings. Not bloody golf again, and what lies down the drain. Pull outside the welcome here.
Not bloody golf again.
Harry got a new set of clubs for his missus.
I'm like a man to swap like that.
Before I envy a little tale, I've something to relate. I got me wife to take a golf and everything looked great. But now she's playing every day, no time to cook our meals. I have to bring home takeaways. Imagine how it feels. She's bought a brand new set of clubs and all the latest gear. She even got a buggy just to get from there to here. I'm working day and night now, there's no time left for play. I guess it serves me bloody right, now I'm the one to say, where do you think you're going to, you sneaky little tart? It's the second time you played this week, you'll practically play tonight. Don't say you need to practice, I've heard it all before. You've gone out with your girlfriends to play a liquid chore. Now I took the kids up to the park and I gave the dogs a run. And I swept the leaves and did the pool, and when I got that done, I washed and vacuumed both the cars and fixed the blocked up drain. Now I'm the one who's saying it. Not bloody golf again. Not bloody golf again. You're driving me insane. Crowds of welcome here. Not bloody golf again. You're driving me crazy.
That's not what I want to shot.
Oh God, don't we all relate to that? Fantastic. Good on you girls. Better late than never. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the show. Our producers, Amanda Moore and Jan Cook. Way up, girls. Our fantastic visuals by Margaret Fitzgerald. And Kathy Armstrong over there on the video. Thank you, Kathy. The choreographer, and we also like to thank the choreographer of Lullaby on Broadway, Ravina Baird of Yarra Bay Coast Seniors. Yay! Lennon, Chris Lozano, Del Mackless, Patty Lennon, come out on the floor, girls. Nina Jennings, Coralie Owen, Roz Walsh, Kathy Rooney, Nolan Dresser, Judith Whitcroft, Helen Bobbitt, Abel Waters, Beth Payne, Hazel Park. Here they come, Sherelle Buggers. Next year, ladies, we want some of our new blood in the club to come and do something for us. Well, that's our show for the evening. I'm your MC, Round Flatters, and I'd like to wish you all the best for 2019. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and let's sing and dance to the music and words of This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Thank you, ladies.
I'm sure you'll be amazed. It's fun to be happy by everyone. It's up to you. Surely